This is Twin Cities Adventures, and today we're going to be making a closed terrarium. We're going to be using Venus flytraps and other various plants. First, we're going to show you what materials we need.
Alright, the first thing we need to do is we needed to pick out a container, and this is probably about 1.5 gallon jar, globe jar with a lid on it. So we're going to use that. And then here's another interesting piece. This is Velcro. So we're going to use Velcro on the bottom. And we're going to put that on the bottom of it. And then we'll put it on the bottom of the table in the living room. That way the kitties can't knock it over. So that's a little clever thing that we thought of. And we're going to do a false bottom in the terrarium. So first we're going to use some rocks on the bottom. And then we're going to cut out, this is like normal window screen. It's not metal because that would rust. This is just the plastic screen that we're going to put on top of the rocks. That way the substrate won't become putrid if it like mixes with the water. So we're going to do rocks, screen, charcoal, and then we have the substrate here. That's like potting soil with peat moss. And then we have different kinds of mosses in here that we'll use. And then we also did get some springtails, and the springtails, we'll show you those in a little bit. They are little tiny bugs that will eat any mold or mildew that grows in the terrarium, since we're doing a closed terrarium. And then here we have some isopods. Those are like little potato bugs. Some people call them pickle bugs. No, they will eat any kind of debris that breaks down, and they will also feed the Venus flytraps. Take a lid off here. Why don't you take the lid off there and we'll take a little peek there. So we have 3 different containers of those. Got 3 different kinds of plants here. We did pick a log out of the garden already. I thought that would be really cool because it's open on the bottom and it'll give the bugs a place to hide, like the isopods. So this is going to be a little bit too big, so we'll probably just break that down a little bit so we can fit that in there. And then we'll start the project now. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a good cleaning. I put 4 squares of Velcro on the bottom of the container, and that is like the soft part of the Velcro. I'll put 4 little spots on there to stick to the table later, but for now we'll just put this down and we'll do our first layer of substrate. It's the rocks.
Alright, we're putting our false bottom in.
The rock layer in there first. Okay.
I decided to use about half of the rocks that were in the bag, so that's a nice height. And next thing we're going to put this screen, some of the screen in. But before we do that, I'm going to measure how long the width is so we can know how big to cut the screen. So now we're going to cut it out, and we're using this plate as a template because it's about the right width, and we're putting a plastic bag under it so we know what the right width is. So I'm just gonna trace it with a Sharpie. Now we cut out our screen, and I'm gonna put it in here. So the reason why we are putting the screen is so we have our dirt mixture, so when we put that in, they won't mix, and this time they'll have a better ecosystem this way. And we got this idea from
Serpa Design on YouTube. Yep, that'll keep it from getting putrid in the bottom.
The next layer is carbonized charcoal, and we put this in just for just a little cleaning filter.
Lightly spread that in. That'll just filter out any impurities, make it nice and healthy.
Now we are going to put a couple good handfuls of potting soil with peat moss in. Just a good handful. Sprinkle that around. And then we're gonna put our plants in and put the rest of the potting soil in after around them. And then of course we need to cut down the log to size and put that in. Okay, so right here we're putting the plants in the back other than the Venus flytraps. So we have a nice background. And then this log, we're gonna put like, kind of have it tipped up like that. And then we're gonna put the Venus flytraps in the front. Okay, I'm gonna break this apart a little bit and get the other soil out and glue a hole here for it. And that. Main hair fern. Do the same thing. Break it up. Autumn fern. Have it kind of like that.
Okay.
Now I'm going to use some of these little extra wood pieces that we broke off of the log just to around to let the bugs have something little to play in. Here we put the Venus flytraps in. Break that up just like before. Not too much though. I don't want these to fall apart. Oops.
Okay, so far we have the log, the 3 plants in the back, and then the Venus flytraps in there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put some distilled water in there. And I put some in this spray bottle. So we'll just kind of spray that down a little bit.
Now we're going to put 2 different types of bugs in. The first one is tropical springtails, and the second is orange isopods. So springtails are little tiny bugs, and what they're going to do is eat all the mold and mildew in there, and
that helps promote a healthy ecosystem, so there's no mold or fungus growing in there. They'll keep our terrarium clean. So we'll start dumping this in there next.
I'm just going to sprinkle that around. The next are the orange isopods. So these guys, we put these in to feed the Venus flytraps.
Some people call these potato bugs or pickle bugs or wood lice. Usually these are found in the summertime, like if you roll a log over, and usually you find tons of them. And this is a culture, and it's full of adults, juvenile, eggs, and all kinds of isopods in there. So we'll find a nice one, and we will show you. We'll feed it to one of the Venus flytraps, and we'll show you exactly how they'll eat that. See this little isopod guy?
Yeah, springtail on the side.
This summer we'll go out and catch all kinds of bugs, and we'll put them in here to feed the Venus flytraps. Alright, so the rest of this, let me put this mossy stuff right here for now. And this, we'll put the rest of this, we'll sprinkle the rest of this in here. Because there's lots of There'll be like eggs and all kinds of little ones in
lots
there.
of eggs and stuff. And they're gonna grow, and all the Venus flytraps will be happy.
Yeah.
Alright, we have a couple different kinds of sheet moss in here. We're just gonna reconstitute it in purified water.
Okay, cut some pieces off or rip it off.
Now that that's soaked up some water, gonna put some in the terrarium. There. Now we just need to clean the inside of the terrarium off with some paper towels and a long tweezer.
Alright, I got the edges all cleaned off for the most part. There's a little bit of dirt on there, but that's okay. It'll fall off eventually.
Next, we can just put the lid on. So after that, we can put the other sides of the Velcro on the bottom right
yeah.
there, and then so we can just peel the things off, and then we just set it on the table in the other room, and it'll stick. And we do that because our cats won't knock it over that way.
Alright, check out the Velcro underneath.
Yeah.
Alright,
Velcro.
so that's the sticky side, so I'm going to take that and I'm just going to sticky that right about here. Just there. So now that's stuck to the table, so we can still use the table, and then the kitties won't be able to knock that over. And now we have a self-contained ecosystem with the water on the bottom, the rocks, the false bottom here with the screen, all of our substrate, and then we have our springtails that are going to eat the mold and mildew, and the other little bugs are going to eat anything that deteriorates. And then we'll get
Venus flytraps are gonna eat the
bugs. Yep.
The bugs.
And then as summer comes, you can see it's winter in Minnesota, so it's cold outside. We couldn't hunt for any of the materials outside, but as soon as summer comes, we can go outside and we can hunt for more bugs, and we can put those in there. And then enjoy that, watch that grow right there on the table, in the window. Thanks for watching our build, and I hope this inspires you to build another terrarium or a closed container terrarium. The nice thing about having this open top is if I do want to maintain anything or put some more bugs in there, I can just take that lid off and then put that back down. Okay, happy gardening.